Welcome to Nepal, which is located between India and the Republic of China. It is about 0.1% of the earth, a popular country. Today is the day to start our visit to Tibet Autonomous Region, so everybody is ready to catch the flight to Lhasa, the capital of Tibet. This Trans-Himalayan flight is of 1 hour. Here, our guide and driver were waiting to welcome us. Tibet is a rich and beautiful land located at the main part of Qinghai Tibetan Plateau, the southwest frontier of China, extended with a total area of 1.2 million square kilometers. Tibet is the homeland of about 2 million Tibetans. It is one of the world's most extraordinary destinations where nature, culture and religion culminate on an arid plateau. It is also a religious treasure trove of Buddhist monasteries. Beautiful scenic drive following the Brahmaputra river on the Yarling-Zangmu road, the two big yak statue indicate that we are downtown at an altitude of 3,600 meters above sea level. This place is situated 8 kilometers west of central Lhasa. Drepung, as it literally means rice heaps, were built in 1416 by Chomyang Chompe, a charismatic monk of Tsongkhapa. Inside the complex, there are 4 different blocks of philosophical colleges of Nakpa Noseling. And plenty of Buddhist art, crafts and relics are here. Being one of the highest monastery of Tibet, it occupies an area of 250,000 square meters. Began with 8,000 monks at the beginning, it houses only 600 at the moment for study and practice. Inside the palace, there are many renowned features like the assembly hall with chapels, 4 different blocks of philosophical colleges, many Buddhist scriptures, plenty of historical relics, arts and crafts. The main relics in the temple are Maitreya, Yamantaka and Mitrukpa. The Ganden Palace was the residential palace of the 2nd, 3rd and the 4th Dalai Lamas, from where they exercised control over Tibet. Later, the 5th Dalai Lama shifted to the Potala Palace for residence and administration. After lunch, we visited the Potala Palace. In the 7th century, after the marriage of Tibetan king Songtsen Gampo with Chinese princess Wangchen of Tang County, the Potala was built on the red hills of Lhasa. In the mid-17th century, the 5th Dalai Lama extended it up to its present size. Since then, it became the winter palace of all Dalai Lamas. The construction took 50 years from its beginning to completion. The palace is divided into 2 sections, Red and White Palace. Potala, with an area of 115,703 square meters, is a structure made of stone and timber. The topmost flat glistens with a golden roof, including living quarters, temples, tombs of many ex-Dalai Lamas, stupas and monks' dormitories. There are countless images, relics, murals and stupas of incredible value. Zokhang. Zokhang is situated in the center of the old section of Lhasa. It is a religious structure which was built by King Srongchen Gampo in the mid-7th century, where he ordered to install a Buddha image which was bought as a part of dowry by Nepalese wife Princess Bhrikuti. Being extended by very successful rulers, it has now become a gigantic, artistic and splendid complex. It has 4 temples and a golden rooftop. Inside the main entrance, there are statues of 4 great kings. Then, on the back corridor, you can see the main assembly hall on Tukhang and the sanctum houses most important chapel and images. Among them, there are chapel of Guru Rinpoche, Tsongkhapa and his disciple, chapel of Buddha of 4 infinity lights, 8 medical Buddhas, Jo Shakyamuni and so on. From the rooftop, one can see beautiful panorama of ancient Barkhor Bazaar, where one can see pilgrims walking around the temple for Kora or paying homage by prostrating in front of the prominent temple. This morning, we started our drive to Chedang and we decided to visit a newly built railway station in Tibet. Are visiting the Dranang monastery, which belongs to Sakyapa sect. And 15 monks live here. This monastery was founded by Drapa Noche as an assembly hall dedicated to Dorje Shang and beautiful other monks. Next destination is Mindolin, a monastery of the Yingmapa sect, which was founded by Derdak Lingpa in the mid-17th century. After Mongolia's invasion, this monastery was destroyed and later restored. Now, let's take a ferry boat to cross the river to visit the Samye monastery ahead. After 1.5 hours of drive, we took local transportation and moved. After about 20 minutes drive on this muddy road, it took us to the main monastery area. Samye Monastery. Samye Monastery is the first monastery in Tibet founded by King Drishong Dishen in Samye Valley. It was founded in around 8th century. The construction at present consists of 3 styles, namely Han, Indian and Tibetan styles. This monastery has an important role over Tibetan history and cultural development. There are 130 monks, Guru Rinpoche, Buddhist scholars and veterans who have played great role to establish Buddhism in this Bon-dominated area. In course of time, this monastery was destroyed and rebuilt many times throughout the history. After lunch, we drove back to Chedang, and after 1 hour drive, we arrived at a historical site of Yumbulakang. Yumbulakang is situated in Netong County and is considered the first palace of Tibetan history. The palace faces west sand on a lofty hill. According to legend, the palace was built to accommodate King Netri Chempo, who descended from heaven. The locals received him as the king of the Yarling Valley. Today, it serves as a chapel with about 400 monks. The statues of 3 periods of Buddha, Tibetan kings in Netri Chempo, Latu Thori, Nelchen, Tri Ralpachen, and many other kings are here. On the temple, many pilgrims come to pay homage by offering khadas or by offering prayer flags. Tandruk Temple, one of the earlier Buddhist monasteries of Tibet, is the Tandruk Temple. It was built by King Shrongchen Gampo. Today's destination is Gyangche City, which is situated 255 kilometers southwest of Lhasa in Nangchu Valley. After a couple of hours, the drive becomes smooth and we come back to a hilltop at an altitude of 4,794 meters above sea level, known as the Khambala Pass. Though it is a windy spot with fluttering prayer flags of 4 colors, it gives a good view of Yandruk Lake. Locally known as one of the holiest lakes in Tibet. Driving onwards is a spectacular view of grasslands and grazing yaks below the snowy mountains. On the way, some spots were useful to take snaps of local women and fishermen. Farmers busy on harvesting the barley and also beautiful sandhills. Final destination was Gyantse Hotel for overnight. The hotel's lobby has nicely decorated entrances with beautiful mural paintings, some statues of eminent figures with traditional marks and dresses, and festival dancers. The town's principal attraction in Gyantse is Khumbum and Belkur Chod Monastery. It was founded by the Gyalukpa and Sakyapa sect together in 1418. Tashi Lampo Monastery is one of the 6 biggest Gyalpo monastery in Tibet, founded in 1447 by a disciple of Dzongkha. The word Dalai Lama is the title given by the followers, which means ocean of wisdom. This Tashi Lampo was continuously expanded by successive Panchen Lamas, which became one of the largest functioning monastic institution in contemporary. In course of time, he declared his teacher, then abode of Tashi Lampo, as Panchen Lama, the incarnation of Amitabh, the Buddha of endless enlightenment. Literally, the word Panchen Lama means a great scholar. Here, one can buy not only meat and yak butter but also local handicrafts embedded with coral and turquoise, Tibetan dagger and so on. The Shakya monastery stands on two parts on either parts of the Dzongkha river on Shakya county. The word Shakya means pale yellow earth. This monastery is center of the Shakyapa sect in Tibetan Lamaseryans. Next destination is Lhasa. Now, the ascending drive took us up to the summit of Gatsola Pass, up to 5,220 meters. It is the viewpoint of the Himalayan range. Here, everybody seems happy with their experience. Mount Everest, which is 8,848 meters above sea level.
I really want to watch and keep in my mind. Yeah, this is beautiful. It's amazing.
After a couple of hours drive, we arrive at the Chumulangma Hotel and at an altitude of 4,000 meters. Next stop is the Lalungla Pass, which is 5,120 meters to snap the Himalayan range, including Everest and many more.
Al passo 5.124 metri, questo è il luogo sacro che consacra le vette dell'Himalaya. Isolago Viaggio è arrivata sin qui con il suo equipaggio grazie all'ottima organizzazione di Monte Rosa Trek. Grazie. Siamo felici e speriamo di tornare.
Descending drive took us to the Nyalam county. About 30-kilometer downward drive following the river gorge is Zangmo, locally known as Khasa. Zangmo is 9 kilometers from the Nepalese border Kodari. After crossing the Friendship Bridge and finishing immigration formalities, we proceed towards Kathmandu. All the arrangements of this tour has been done by Monte Rosa Treks and Expedition. In days to come, if you would like to visit this paradise without any hassles, you can contact us for all the arrangements. We wish you a pleasurable and memorable stay in Nepal.